What is going on, guys? My name is Jericho. It's fucking crazy, man. Actually, it's crazy because why am I even making this video? Making a political video is a stupid idea. You just keep all your politics and all of your religion talk and anything that could cause somebody to get all up in your business and pissed off. You keep that off of YouTube and social media and we're all happy. But I'm not talking directly about individual candidates and who I support and shit like that. I just wanted to talk for the first time, by the way. I am actually involved in the election process. Get a nice round of applause for a guy who's trying to be politically involved. But no, seriously, I was 18 when Obama got into his second term. I was not registered to vote in the state that I was in, so I had to register and do an absentee ballot, all that jazz, because I had just moved to California. And before that, I was too young to vote, so it didn't really matter to me. So, where are we now, and why am I even making this video? Because this election cycle is fucking hype! I am so happy this exists. The most fun ever! It's honestly more fun to me to wake up in the morning and read the front page of Reddit politics and how mad everybody is at each other than it is for me to go and watch fucking, regular TV at this point. I mean, politics is a joke and it's so much fun now. It's so much fun because everything's burning and it's just like, well, I wonder how long this will last, guys. No, I do want to talk a little bit about how absurd this year is, and if you're not an American, you might enjoy this a little bit. Maybe a perspective on why the hell we got a guy like Donald Trump who's probably going to be running for president as the Republican nominee. Like, this shit is so cool, okay? Whether or not you agree with any particular person or candidate's views, I don't really care. Just this is gonna be interesting. So, first and foremost, y'all motherfuckers better go out and vote. If you're like 17 right now, go check to see if you can register. If you're 18 by election day or something like that, you can vote, so don't skimp out on this shit. Otherwise, you get to complain about it for 4 years while acting like you had a say, but you didn't because you're too young. If you are old enough, you gotta vote. I get so tired of people complaining about shit they had control over and they didn't do anything about it. Like, man, he cooked my steak a little bit too rare. It was like medium rare and I wanted it medium, but I didn't say anything. I just chose to complain the entire meal about how undercooked my steak was, even though the server would have gladly taken it back. That happened. I hate it. I hate you so much if you complain about something that was entirely in your control and you don't do anything to fix it. So, now we got that out of the way. Why is this election cycle lit AF 420 IMHO? Memes. Fucking God, I hate that trend. Because there is it's like every single thing that could go wrong for the quote-unquote normal establishment politics has gone wrong. So if you're not from the US, here's what's going on right now. We got two major parties. You got the Democrats and the Republicans. The Democrats are historically, socially, very out there, and they support a lot of, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, all that jazz. They support higher tax rates, but more like, I guess you'd say they're more focused on social issues and running the country as a for all platform in a weird kind of sense. And the Republicans are very financially and kind of foreign policy oriented. Anything dealing with other countries or money, they're pretty good at, and that's their kind of shtick. Both are equally shitty, all right? Let's just get that one out of the way. Both are run by a bunch of fuckheads, but that's kind of, that's the way politics are these days. So what's going on right now? All right, right now, the Republicans and the Democrats are trying to nominate somebody to be their front runner for the presidency. If you don't get the nomination, you have Donald Trump, and you got these guys like Ted Cruz, who looks like he's constantly shitting himself, and you got Marco Rubio, and you got that side of the Republicans. Only one of them can be the chosen one. Only one can run as a Republican. The rest don't get a shot. And then on the Democrat side, you got Bernie Sanders, who's 700 years old, and Hillary Clinton, who probably needs a broomstick. She's like a witch. We got a crazy range of categories of people here. Check this out. Every year since I've been young, you get to the election cycle and it gets annoying because everybody just runs these advertisements about like, in 1972, Hillary Clinton stabbed a man. And you're just like, oh, fuck, man, I don't know if I want to vote for somebody who stabbed a man. And then it's like, in 1997, Bernie Sanders made out with a communist and actually had sex with Hitler. And then you're like, well, I don't know if I want to vote for that either. That's just like nonstop attacking. The reason this year is so fucking fun is because Donald Trump has nobody to answer to. He just fucking went up and was like, listen, dude, I'm pulling a Kanye before Kanye can. I'm running for president. People don't actually like Donald Trump. People hated Donald Trump before he ran for president. Ask any individual last year if they like Donald Trump. They're just like, that guy is a fucking idiot. He got famous off of basically saying you're fired and being like a Brooklyn asshole to, you know, people on his show, The Apprentice. It's weird that this guy could run a country. I mean, I couldn't probably do as good a job, but like, shit, man. It's interesting. So basically, he has enough money that he can run his campaign by himself. Like, he doesn't have to answer to anybody. Nobody's giving him money and saying like, hey, this is really important to us. Talk about why you're going to support this. Here's $1 million. You know, he doesn't have somebody to answer to. So as a result, he's just fucking no filter, straight out of 4chan, just going and saying anything he wants. He calls people during debates. This dude is in front of millions of people. He's going to be representing our country, possibly, and he goes over and goes, Ted Cruz, you're fucking stupid. He's like, you are an idiot and you are a liar, and why would anybody vote for you? He said this shit like on national television. It's like it's like a UFC press conference for old white people. Like, that's what the presidential race is going on right now is like. And on the flip side, what's fun for the Democratic people is they get to watch this old, like, really respectful white dude with a heavy Brooklyn accent go up against somebody who's like a really aggressive campaigner and who's been in politics for a while, and she's just throwing mud and harassing him, and he refuses to say shit. So it's like one of the weirdest things in the world. You have on the left-hand side, you got Donald Trump, who's not playing by the rules that the Republicans usually do. And on the right side, you got the Bernie Sanders, who's not playing by the rules the Democrats usually do. And as a result, nobody really knows what the fuck's going on. You got a large group of young kids who never go out and vote anyways, but they support him on Twitter. So, woo! Supporting Bernie Sanders because he's like the one dude in our lifetime that seems like he's not a reptilian skeevy fuck, you know? I look at Bernie Sanders in the eyes and I'm like, you're the type of dudes give me $20 in my gift card. Or in my card for my birthday. Like, you're a standard grandpa. Actually, no, he'd fucking write you a check. You know he would. He wouldn't even give you cash. He'd write you a check and make you cash it. And then Hillary Clinton is you know, standard politician, you know, what you'd expect. So that's why a lot of young kids support Bernie Sanders. And it's just like the situations that are being created out of this are absurd. So in my honest opinion, this is going to be the best election of the next 100 years. Here's why. Here is why this is going to be great. Either it's going to be great in a miserable car accident sense, or it's going to be great in a really, actually for once, good sense. Now, I'm going to kind of outline some timelines for you non-US people, even you US people, of why this is going to be so funny in the next 8 months, all right? Step one, the probable way that this goes down, all right? Donald Trump, you can't stump him. He's slaughtering everybody. He's the man that all these, like, people who only pay attention to politics once every 4 years are like, well, hey, I hate all types of minorities too. And then he's got a lot of people in the South going like, fuck yeah, Donald Trump. You make Mexico pay for that large wall. And then you get the other group that are just pissed off at the fact that everybody's bought and sold during elections. So they're like, Donald Trump answers to no one. I'm voting for him. At the very best case, or at the very, like, most likely scenario, Donald Trump wins the Republican nomination. An unfiltered monstrosity of Twitch chat going up against somebody who is real sketch and has a lot of skeletons, all right? This lady's running for president, and she's being investigated, or her emails, she's being investigated in her role of storing classified information on her private email server. Like, you know, emailing shit on Gmail that's national security level shit. That's what's going on right now. So like, they could get nominated, and Donald Trump could just go, hey, I'll give you $5 million to whoever releases her Wall Street, like, her transcripts of speeches. That's another thing. She's like, I'm not releasing my speeches, but I'm not paid and I will not be bought this election. But you guys can't see what I said to the private people that gave me money. That's hilarious, by the way. Let me know how that one works out for you. Donald Trump's going to be like, hey, $5 million first person to get me a copy of that speech. Tomorrow, somebody will give him that speech, and it's gonna be the most hilarious shitstorm. Either there's gonna be some crazy shit in there, and everybody's gonna blow their minds, and they're gonna be like, what are we doing in politics? Donald Trump's president. Or nothing's there. I don't know who wins that one. Step 2, other way that it's fucking hilarious. Donald Trump wins, and because it's not legally required for anybody in the Republican or Democratic committees to nominate the one that wins, they go, fuck you, Donald Trump, and they nominate some random person. This is where it gets funny, because then you can run as an independent, where you just run by yourself. Donald Trump's already said he would do this. He drops out. He fucks over everything. Now we've got 3 major candidates all running together. It's going to be a shit show. I'm voting for that one. That's going to be funny to watch. I want to see everything just burn to the ground in a spectacular fire. Then, and because at the end of the day, that would just be interesting. I'm not saying the country would burn. Then you get the lesser likely one, but the one that the internet really wants is Donald Trump wins, then Bernie Sanders wins, and you have probably the most entertaining elections ever. Donald Trump goes out of his way to try and attack people, right? Like, that's his thing. He tries to hound on this old-ass dude from Vermont that has no skeletons in his closet, and Donald Trump's just gonna probably be like, fucking Super Saiyan looking ass hair guy, like, look at you old man walking into the White House with a walker looking ass fucking rascal riding bitch. And Sanders is gonna be like, I respect your opinion, and here's why I will bring down the rich. Like, what? It's gonna be so confusing. And like, if you don't care about politics, that's cool. I did not give a singular shit about politics until this like election cycle, solely because this has been some of the most entertaining drama known to man. It's like watching a soap opera involving everybody's financial future. Imagine if Trump is president. He's gonna go to North Korea and just be like, fuck you guys, nuke us. He could do that. And nobody would be able to be like, hey, Trump, hey, can you not do that, sir, Mr. President? Can you not harass the North Koreans? No? Okay. Well, he's going to go to Putin and challenge him for like a arm wrestling match. It's going to be scary but funny. And on the flip side, you get, you know, more, whatever you want, more taxes and shit. I am just extremely happy that we have such colorful people running for president that are from all walks of life, because at the very least, no matter who you're supporting and voting for, you have to admit, is this not a really fun election cycle? On a serious note, before I end this shit and this rant, I do want to say, if you are of age to vote, please, please, please vote. Instead of tweeting about how you are going to vote and who you're supporting and using hashtags, that doesn't do shit when it comes down to voting. Please go out and vote, even if your candidate is absolutely going to lose. Like, just do it, okay? It takes 2 hours. I swear to God, it's worth it. You can vote online in some circumstances. Wait, can you? Maybe that's just for primary. You can vote via mail. You don't even have to go there. You can mail that shit. Just don't be one of those douches that for the next 4 years I have to hear about whining about how something got fucked up and they didn't even go vote. So, thank you guys for watching. First political video I've ever done. I won't ever do one that's like me endorsing somebody. That's not, you know, I don't feel like that's my place in the gaming sphere. But yo, go out and vote. Thanks for watching, guys. Vermin Supreme 2016. Let's go!